Bennington, Fez Wiley with you live on a Wednesday.
All right, if we're to use ska, it's got to be a little more hooky than that.
Okay.
All right, it just can't be... the fact that it's ska doesn't mean it gets on.
Okay. I thought ska was dead.
Spy report. Spy report.
Oh.
Spy report.
All right, Fezzy, you're going to want to lock in for this one. This is a little news. This is off the Drudge Report.
All right, what do we got here?
With Mr. Matt Drudge claims there is a couple of new people that will be working in the building that you're in now. They will be joining 60 Minutes. Now, as you know, we see the 60 Minutes guys all the time coming in and out of the building here. This will be point, counterpoint.
Oh, they used to. Do they still do that bit, or they used to do it? I know they did it when I was a kid.
That will start this Sunday night. The two people they picked up, Mr. Bob Dole.
Wow. All right. Senator Bob Dole, former presidential candidate.
He will be making his point. His counterpoint will be Bill Clinton, former president of the United States of America.
This is huge. I love this.
So we should be able to see those guys around the hall.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, so maybe we'll be having lunch with them, the commissary.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it, if we all go down to the commissary together?
That'd be perfect.
And if I do, get back in your phone hole, Billy. If I see Bill Clinton, I want you to get in your phone hole.
You dive into that phone hole, Billy Staples.
What would be bigger for you, Bill Clinton, Fez, or Bob Dole?
It'll be Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Definitely. The guy who had the title. The guy who was the former heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, you can't really tell your grandchildren one day, oh, I saw Bob Dole.
Because no one's going to remember that guy.
That's like bragging about Goldwater.
Right. I saw Mondale. Guess who I saw? Dukakis works in my building.
I was with Eagleton one day, and it was amazing.
Eagleton. That's great. Now, the biggest story in that realm I have is when I was a baby, Hubert Humphrey held me.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because that was a VP.
Yeah.
Now, did he give birth to you, or...
Hubert Horatio Humphrey did not give birth to me. He held me when I was a little baby.
No, he was vice president Was he vice president then?
No, he was running for vice president then.
Yeah. That was like the 40s.
It was not.
He was a VP
not.
in, 64, right?
Yeah, him and Johnson got elected in 64. Wow. What? I am not that old.
Wow.
And Hubert Humphrey held me up when I was a little baby. Held me up for everyone to see.
Now, I saw the picture. It was Humpty Dumpty that held you up.
Along with all the king's horses, all the king's men. No, it was Hubert Humphrey.
All right, Rory handed me this card. Would you rather meet Reagan or Clinton?
Now?
Yes.
Reagan?
Even though he wouldn't know it? I'll tell you, if you get a picture of Reagan right now, I'd probably worth some money to the Star.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you do it? Would you sell it?
Would I? Oh, God.
If you saw him in wet pajamas, would you sell it?
And I had the picture.
Yeah.
I snapped it. I wouldn't have that far. I had it.
Yeah.
No. No, I wouldn't do it to the man.
$25,000.
No, not for $25,000.
$50,000.
No.
$100,000.
We're starting to get there. No, I wouldn't do it for President Reagan for $100,000.
$250,000. And that's going to be the final offer.
Yeah, I do it.
Even though you know it would crush his family and the way that he'd be thought out in history is pissy pants Reagan. You'd still sell him out.
Yeah.
Wow, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Money does not mean that much to me.
I would do it. Knowing that it wouldn't affect him personally whatsoever.
But his kids, his wife, and his memory,
those
his
lousy
legacy.
kids have spent a lifetime humiliating him. Those thinking kids.
But now that he's in this thing, they've all come back. Have you noticed?
Yeah, they do. Patty Davis, she tries to get over there all the time. I don't know how Nancy feels about it, but
is Patty never is not married anymore or anything either, right?
No, Patty's on her own. Yeah. Maureen is dead, and then there's Ron Jr. Oh, and Michael Reagan.
Yeah, I thought that you weren't going to include Michael because he's adopted, just like his dad. Did not care about the adopted one.
All right, so that's going to be this Sunday on 60 Minutes, Clinton versus Dole?
If you believe Drudge.
I
like a good point-counterpoint.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's important.
That's very cool. It'll be very interesting.
Now, the point, counterpoint we do on this show is Rory deciding whether he's going to go into the Marines or throw rocks at the cops from Peace March.
So the odd thing is, on this show, it's Rory by himself doing point, counterpoint.
Well, I don't think I have to throw rocks at the cops.
Point, counterintelligence.
I don't think that's my other decision.
You just now disagree with the president.
No, I disagree that we're going too fast, and I think we should think about it a little bit more.
Now, that's the same thing Martin Scorsese said. Would you like to apologize to him now for being so bold and brash?
And then go out and see Gangs in New York tonight after the show.
I still disagree with him, what he said, though.
What did he say?
How he was saying that he's against the whole war.
No, he didn't. He said he believes that we're going too fast and that we should be together in the UN coalition.
And he was also saying that we were doing it for all the wrong reasons, going to war. That we were doing it just for the oil and just for the,
Why are we doing
the financial things.
Why are we doing it?
To help a country, help the people of a country that are...
No, that's not true. Not even Fez could say that.
Well, I'd like to believe that.
You would like to believe it, but why not help Ecuador then? Don't get me started on that. I don't see anything wrong with being crazy badasses, but I hate when you lie about it. That part drives me nuts. To say that we care one way or another about who we're going to free and who not. We don't care about the French. And they're our allies and we think they're idiots.
I would hope that part of us believe that somewhat. That it's not just about the oil and it's not just about the money.
Then why don't you go in the Marine Corps? Why don't you show these guys and join the Corps?
It'll probably be too late by then.
No, it won't be too late. We got North Korea, and we got every other place that there's a dictator, right?
Right.
Every place else that Bush is going to go through, I guess, what he's planning on doing, country by country, cleaning up this place up like Elliot Ness in Chicago.
Getting the bad guys.
And you can be part of that.
All right, here's the Time magazine poll. Yeah. All right, and it gives 5 different reasons for how convincing are the following reasons for a possible war with Iraq. And so it gives 5 different reasons why we should go to war with Iraq. All right, and then we'll see which one is the most convincing to people that took the poll and the least most convincing. All right, reason number 1, Saddam Hussein is a dictator who has killed many citizens of Iraq. Number 2, removing Saddam Hussein from power will help eliminate weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Removing Saddam Hussein from power is the next step in the war against terrorism. That's number 3. Number 4, removing Saddam Hussein from power will make the Middle East more stable. All right, and reason number 5 is Saddam Hussein is removed from power, the U.S. will be more secure.
All right, I think 2.
All right, you think 2 was the most convincing?
Yeah.
All right, actually, 2 came in second. 2 came in second.
What was number 1?
The number 1 was Saddam Hussein is a dictator who has killed many citizens of Iraq.
So, and how many people say that?
That is 83% said that is the most. That is a very to fairly convincing argument for a possible war.
All right, but why don't we do that with other places? We got this guy in North Korea. Why don't we care? We didn't even, and that wouldn't even come up if he didn't have atomic weapons. We wouldn't even be talking about it. What about China, who rolled into Tibet? Why don't we care about the Tibetans?
With North Korea, North Korea has been so off our radar, and I don't understand why.
But why? But
now because of nuclear.
There is no way in the world, if you sit around and say this is why we're doing something, we'd be rolling through half of Africa for the way they treat poor people.
The actual lowest rated one was if Saddam Hussein is removed from power, the U.S. will be more secure.
Which is weird because you would think that's the only thing that we should care about, right?
That another guy isn't going to get a chance to take a shot at us.
Yeah, but no one believes that. But not only is it not that, but we honestly feel like we're going to be less secure because more Arabs are going to be mad at us.
So that's on the convincing part of these arguments.
But how do you feel about that? Do you believe that, too?
What?
By rolling over there and having our troops in that part of the world, it makes us less secure.
It makes us less secure. It stirs up the Middle East so bad.
Yeah.
And you have to think, all right, does letting Saddam Hussein keep trying to get weapons of mass destruction? Because if the guy's in power, I think he's definitely going to keep trying.
All right, but here's the main thing about American security.
Right.
Does that make us less or more secure by getting Saddam Hussein?
I think it makes us more secure.
I think less. I think it makes Arab kids hate us more. Not that I don't think he's a bad guy,
right,
and we got to get him, but I think we've done such a bad job of selling who we are over there to those people that it's just going to be seen as and the shock and awe thing. When you look at the really poor people, they'll hate that most of all. The fact that we have so much, and in a lot of views of people, it's unfair. It's a bully beating up somebody that can't beat them.
The shock and awe tactics that they talked about, they say that now, when this war starts, we will hit Baghdad with as many bombs in the first 48 hours as we did in the 39-day airstrike of the first Persian Gulf War.
My point about being less secure is it will be the little kids growing up and the 17-year-old kids, the 18-year-old kids that are looking to join these things, that there'll be more of them. What do you think, Roy? I see you hanging around.
Yeah, I mean, do you think after the first Persian Gulf War that there's been major trouble since then? I mean, the only problem we've really had in the Middle East is Iraq, and actually Jordan.
No. We're having trouble with terrorists, right?
Right.
That are coming from out of a religion, not from a country.
Right.
And why do they hate us so much? And are we doing anything to improve that or making it worse? That's the question.
I don't think. I think that the entire country of Jordan has actually backed us from it, and they're from that religion. You know, for some reason, after the first Persian Gulf War,
does Saudi Arabia back us?
They back us,
and the Egyptians back us
to a point. Yeah, they do.
And who was flying those planes? And who was in those planes?
Egyptians.
That's our best allies. Yeah. Don't confuse what those countries say and what the religion. Like you saying, you choose your country over your religion.
Right.
Over there, they're going to choose their religion over their country. And we got a weird deal going on with those people.
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed that they picked up over the weekend, the CEO of Al-Qaeda, he's a Kuwaiti. And you would think the way Kuwaitis, as a general population, adore the first President Bush, they think he's a god. And and that country was liberated in the first Persian Gulf War. And that's a Kuwaiti that's doing all this.
So what's his beef with us? How did he get this way?
Where did that go wrong? That is a Kuwaiti?
Was he mad at us even before that war?
I would bet, yeah. I can't say, but I would imagine.
It seemed like Egyptians were our best friends forever, and they say over there people, don't like us. And it seems like we got along with them for longer than anybody else in that part of the world.
Now, did you see the stuff from the Arab Summit? The Arab nations got together.
Yeah, it was great.
They wanted to put together a resolution to speak all as Muslim states united to say, we don't want the United States and Great Britain attacking Iraq. This thing broke out into almost a fist fight. The Iraqi delegate says to the Kuwaiti delegate, you're a monkey and I curse your mustache. During the summit, and then the Iraqis walked out.
You're a monkey, he says to the guy. Now, if we say that, racist, and they can get away with it.
They called him a monkey and a traitor, and I curse your mustache, which I guess is a really, really bad thing. And then the Iraqis walked out, and the whole summit fell apart.
Oh, well, this is exactly what they said of Kuwait.
Oh, no.
You think Saddam said, what are you doing back here? What are you doing calling people monkeys? I'm trying to fix this.
I told you to go there and get a Muslim state resolution.
And you call someone a monkey and come back here drunk.
Because if you get the Muslim state resolution, that negates President Bush's argument of, I'm doing this to help the Middle East. Everything will be great in your region once I get Saddam out of here. I'm going to make it safer for you people in your own neighborhood.
We got to take a break, Fezzy. Hold that thought.
Okay.
What thought? It's the Ron and Fez Show.